was just saying a minute ago. All right, I don't care if you eat your candy. I really don't. All right, I do want you to listen though. All right, we spent a good week on this now. You should be in pretty good shape. All right. Now I ask you to do 13 through 20. All right. So who can tell me what the answer is to number 17? Chloe, what was it?
366.67.
360.
200.
Does anybody need 266.67? Is that accurate?
I just repeat. I said 266.
Yeah, that's the same.
Yeah, I got 200. Yeah, I got 26.
Well, we set it up yesterday. So everybody do 800 divided by 30. Yes, I think you have the wrong decimal place. It's 26.6.
Yeah. Or 26 and 6 over 9.
Right. And which is 26 and 2/3. That's excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. So just be careful with that again. All right. Now look, on 18, we didn't do very good on the test on this. It's just asking what is 16% of 34. So all I have to do is what?
16 times 34.
Yes, 0.16 times 34. Now listen, I mean it now. I don't want you distracted. I want you looking at your answers. I want you looking to see what I'm doing up on the board and make sure you're with me. All right? And so, what's 0.16 times 34?
5.44.
Somebody said 5.44. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. Now, I want someone to set up 19 for me. Go ahead, Gavin.
Alright. So 28 over P is equal to 73 over 100.
Good. So then the answer would be
And then the answer is 38.36.
somewhere around there. Now again, remember, it's a matter, do you agree or disagree? Are you okay? Not okay? Did you set it up properly? Ask now. Right? Boys? Thomas? Carla, you good? All right. How do I do 20? How do I set that up, Jack?
12.5 over 100.
Beautiful. 12.5 over 100. 56 over x. Beautiful.
So 12.5x equals 5,600.
So x is,
X is 448.
somebody said 448. Is that
Yep.
good?
Yep.
All right. So again, that all was on the last quiz that we took. So that should be pretty good. Yes, you can. Okay. Now, let's knock out some more stuff down here. All right. Here is where I was at now. This was the hard part. All right. I really want to concentrate. I need your ears. I need you to pay attention. All right. Now, bless you. Now, if I want to do a 25% decrease, what percent will the new cost be? 75%. Everybody hear me? I mean it now. You've got to be listening to me. So how do I figure out what the new price is going to be? Tell me. Times. You're awesome. Very good. Hold on a minute. 22.7 times 0.75. Carly, do you understand that? You sure? Ava, are you okay with that or not? You okay? Now, the reason why it's okay to do that is because $22.70 is like when you're going into a store and you see something for $22.70 and there's a sign that says 25% off. If something says 25% off, that means you only had to pay what?
75%.
You only had to pay 75% of it. Is everybody hearing me? Come on now, these are all over the ERBs, that's why I'm fussing at you. All right, does everybody hear that? If something's 25% off, you only have to pay 75%. So now I need 75% of 2270, which is 17 what?
I got 17.2.
There, no, you cannot. No, if it was 17.025, is that what the answer is? Yes, because it's money, you're dealing with pennies. Do you understand that? Come on now, remember what I told you yesterday. You got to speak up if you're not sure about something. Do you understand that? All right. So we're doing $17.03. Is everybody happy or not on that? Now, 26 is like number 24. I have got a problem. I've got a problem. Gavin, let me ask somebody else, and then I'll let you fill me in. Aiden, I want you to try to explain what I need to do on this one. This one's hard. That's right, 117%. So this price right here represents what? What percent? You just said it. Does everybody hear me? This price right here represents 117%. Does everybody agree? So if we're making a fraction, I can put what? Over 100. No. 117 over what? 100, because that's a percent. So everybody stay with me. 117 over 100. Does anybody have a problem with that? Lisa, are you okay with this? Do you understand where I got the 117?
Yeah.
Thomas? Kind of, or you understand? 117%. This right here, 150.93, represents a 17% increase from this over here. So you had to pay 100% plus the what? 17%. Thomas? Is that better? Come on, I remember what I told you. You got to speak up. Come on. Is that good or not? All right. So now the hard part. What number represents the 117%? Hold up. Tell me, Carly. That's right. So 150.93 goes here. And then what goes on the bottom? X. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, so it's kind of like a proportion?
Yes, it is a proportion. All right. So now what do I do, Carly?
You do 117x.
Good.
Equals 150.
Yeah, exactly correct. Then you divide by 117. Uh-oh, I forgot to put it in. Was it 129?
Yeah.
$129. That goes there. That's hard, guys. I need you to revisit that. Everybody good with that or not? All right, everybody hearing me? All right, that's a nice little problem there. All right. Now, everybody should be able to do quickly number 27. What's the formula for interest? I equals PRT. I equals PRT. So this one, you can tell me what to multiply here. Carter, what do I do? Good. Times what? You're awesome. Times. Yeah, you're awesome. That's it. That's all there is to it. Well, we're not on months yet, are we?
We did one before.
Yeah, months is just out of 12. You just divide by 12. Like if you have 2 months, it'd be 2 divided by 12. 3 months, 3 divided by 12. Yeah. Okay, so what's my answer on here? Who's got it?
1275.
How much?
1275.
Everybody good? All right, so now I want to do number 28. You want to help me?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So what goes where?
$705.60 is equal to
Good job, girl.
times 2.
Excellent. So now what do I do? Which is? Good work. Now what do I do?
So it's $705.60 is equal to times 12.
And now how do I solve that?
You do 305.60 divided by.
Man, I am so good.
Oh, yeah.
So proud of myself. That was like awesome.
God, let's give it a round
That was
of applause.
perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll make sure that good for him.
Tell me what we got.
I'm gonna be talking, Jack. I'm probably better than all of you. I'm going
5,000 what?
Okay.
Like this?
I'm free.
All right.
I divided the interest with
No, you had to multiply. Listen to me.
I still got the same answer.
Thank you, Gavin. All right, 29.
Wait, what was it?
5,880. Did you get that?
I did 12 divided. Oh, I have to do this.
The other way around. You with me?
Oh, so we did it.
Okay.
Can you go back for a second?
All right, so you want to? Go. What do I do?
You do 45
Good job.
times 225
What's the formula again? I forgot.
I equals PRT.
So write that down. I equals PRT. Now what?
45 times 225.
Why are you saying times? Look right here, kiddo. Yeah, you put 45 equals. You're plugging in numbers. You with me?
Equals 225.
Right. And then, is it times or equals?
Look. T.
No. So here's what I'm trying to tell you, kiddo. Look, all I'm doing now, very simple. All right. So see these right here. These are the variables. These are the numbers that go in the variable. So you're replacing I with what? And then the equal sign. And then P, that means times R, that's what. So it'd be 0.05 times, we don't know, T. You hear me? Let her do it. Let her do it, please. So are you with me? 225, and then a T would go there, right? No. These two things are multiplied together, kiddo. You see how those are multiplied together? So do that for me. Is equal to what? Now what do I do? That's exactly right. Now I want you to think about what you did, okay? And do you understand why we divided, right? So T equals 4 years. Am I good?
So, what you can do on the dividing part, and we all got it, you can also just put 225 and wait, that's what we got last week. Just slide it under there and move it and say it's not there anymore.
I know it's 4, but how do you know if it's years?
It's always in years. If they tell you in months, you have to convert it to years. All right, so let's do 30 together, guys. All right, Ava, I'll let you do this one. What?
You do 2,000 times 6.
Wait a minute. The formula. I equals.
equals PRT.
Now plug straight in.
Okay, so P is 2,000.
What about I?
1,020 equals 2,000 times 6 equals
Times R times 6.
equals
Right?
and then we divide it by 1,020. And I got 8.5%.
Is that correct, guys?
I got 8.
Now, you should have got 0.085, right? You're right then. 8.5%. All right, but you said the reverse order. You said 12,000 divided by. Instead of, that's why I was wondering.
Wait.
Good. Hold on one second, Carly. What?
Oh, wait. I thought you would put 0.
Yeah, 0.85 is the correct answer, but that's a decimal. It wants to know it as a what? That's correct. Gavin, what? Stop. Hey. All right. Now, the word problems. Super, super important. Okay, now this requires you to have remembered some things that I tried to show you. Leighton, I haven't heard a word from you today, so you're going to read number 31 and then tell me what to do.
Okay. A pair of sunglasses cost $35. You have a coupon for 10% off. What is the total cost of the sunglasses including 5% tax?
All right, let's hear what you have to think.
So sunglasses is $35.
Right?
If it's 10% off, the coupon is 10% off.
So I have to pay what?
Would you do I was like confused with these types of
Stop telling me that. Just tell me what you think you do, buddy. It's the worst you can do is be wrong.
Would you do $35?
How much, what percent do you have to pay?
You have to pay 100%. Oh, it's 10%, so you pay 90%.
There you go. So I take 35 and multiply it by what?
0.90.
Okay, I need everybody to make sure you're stopping and listening, paying attention. Make sure you're understanding what I'm saying right here. This is everyday stuff that you should know. When you go into a store and somebody says 10% off, you should be able to say, well, if it's 10% off, I only have to pay 90% of it. So you take whatever the price is and you multiply it by 0.9. But we're not going to stop there because now we have to pay the tax.
And the tax
Is how much?
is a 5% tax.
So what do I have to multiply that answer by? Shh.
So 35.
No, I don't want the answer. I just want you to tell me what am I going to have to do with the 5% tax.
Would you do
Multiply by what?
would it be 0.95?
Now, that means that the store is paying the tax.
So would it be
Who knows what it would be? What?
Oh yeah, because it's 195.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Remember that now. You have to pay the tax. So you have to pay the full 100% plus the 5%.
That's right.
All right? So you have to multiply that times 1.05. Now look, guys, everybody write that down on your paper and make sure you're staring at it and you're going, yes, I know why he multiplied by 0.9, and yes, I now understand why he's multiplying by 1.05. Thomas, you're going to be up here soon. You better be able to explain this to me. Carly, what did I do here? Tell me. You have to explain it. Good. What?
So you got 9 because you did 100 minus what?
Minus what percent? So 100% minus 10% is, which is the same as, now you understand. Now, how did I get 1.05?
Because you
By? No, you're asking me here. I'm asking you, how did I come up with 1.05 when the tax is 5%? You have to pay 100% plus the 5%. So what is that? Which is? Now you're with me. You understand what I'm saying? The reason this is hard for kids, and look, you guys, this is hard, honestly. I'm trying to make it easy, but it is hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen to what I'm saying. If you get a 10% off, you only have to pay what? 90%, right? But everybody has to pay the tax. So you have to pay the full tax on that amount. You hear me? So you're paying 105% of that new amount. You hear me? All right, so everybody type it on their calculator. 35 times 0.9 times 1.05.
I got 33.075.
So 33.08. So $33.08. I'm listening what?
I found the fact. So I just subtracted 5 from 10.
Wrong. It's not the same answer. It's not the same answer. Do it to see if it's the same answer. What is our answer? Bradley, listen to me again. Remember, I want you to remember this too, because I'm not mad. But listen to me. If there was a better way, guess what, guys? I promise you I would show you, Bradley. Do you hear me? This is the most logical way to do the problem, just like I'm showing you. Right? I'm teaching you logic. You can't do 10% and 5%, so that's a difference of 5%. That's not what we're doing. All right?
Could you have just done 35 times 29 then added it in? Then did this answer of that
Times.
times 1.
That's exactly correct.
Okay.
All right, now let's look at 31. All right. No, we didn't.
Yeah, there's two 31.
Oh, okay, so we'll do 31B. All right. Yes, read it.
You and your aunt go to lunch. You split the bill evenly and then eat an 18% tip. The food costs 24. The sales tax is 8%. How much will each person pay for you?
Okay, this is a lot now. Okay, so what do I have to do? It's just like the last problem.
You have to pay 8% tax. And you're paying 92%.
Who pays the tax? So you have to pay the bill plus the tax.
Yeah, so it is 1.0.
Yep. So 2450 times, and now you want to leave the person an 18% tip. Yes. All right, now tell me what the total bill is. Carly, do you understand that? So is it $31.23, guys? Okay, hold on 1 second. 1 second. Shh, 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 shh. All right, tell me again.
31.2.
So it'd be $31.22. You agree with that?
Yeah.
Just round it to the nearest penny. Okay, so that's not the answer though. Divide that by 2. Good work. So each person would pay $15.61. Come on, guys, that's not that hard. All right, read it.
Business made a profit of $980. Last month we ate 1% of this month's profit. But how much is this month's profit? So,
Okay, so now listen, guys. This one's a hard one. So read it again loud.
a business made a profit of $980 this month. Last month it made 84% of this month's profit. But how much was the last month's profit?
What do you think you have to do? It's not really that hard. I misread it the first time. That's exactly correct. Exactly correct. So we did 980 times 0.84. So how much profit did they make last week? Anybody else get that?
I got that.
Okay. Thomas. 33. Read it loud and proud. Come on, man. Like you're telling your joke.
A $30 gift card from a music store that you use to purchase 2 CDs for a total of $25.98. The sales tax is $8.25%. Will your gift card cover the cost?
Okay. So what do I do here, buddy? Good job. No. First of all, 8.25% would be what decimal, Thomas? Come on now. Look up on the board. Why is it 0.0825? Yes, not once. You hear me? Okay, so how much tax are you going to have to pay, Thomas? That's right. Multiply it together, please. So that would just be the what? That'd be the tax. So is it going to cover the gift card, Thomas? Now, what would be a much better way, Thomas? I'm going to tell him what would be a better way to do this problem. 25.98 times what? No! Come on, times what, Bradley? Tell him. Come on, Gavin. 1.0825. Right, so everybody do that. 25.98 times 1.0825. Because that's 100% plus the tax. We've been doing it for so long. That's why I'm saying some of you guys are not understanding, you're not listening. Well, because look on your calculator. 25.98 times 1.0825. How much are the CDs going to cost altogether? So 28 point what? 28.12. You see what I'm saying, right? Now, it's not that he's wrong, Thomas. Do you hear me? It's not that you're wrong. But Thomas is now going to have to add the $2.14 to the $25.98. You hear me? And that'll be his total bill. Which if you're just looking at it, you say, obviously it's less than 30, so yes, it will be fine. Right? But I'm trying to emphasize to you this, that you have to pay 100% plus the tax. All right? So, Carter, did you do one yet?
No.
Read 34. Let's go. Stay with me.
The sign says that the price marked on it all is 30% off the original price. You buy a jacket for $140. What is the original price?
Now, this one's a hard one, buddy. This is what I thought the last one was. So what do I have to do on this one?
So you have to do 140 times 1.3.
Now, again, everybody's got to listen to me now. Listen, you especially. If you have 30% off, you can't go backwards. You hear what I'm saying? Right? You can't just say, if I got something for 30% off, I just can't multiply the new price by 30% and then add it back. Everybody understand me? That is not ever the right answer. So I need you to listen carefully now. Listen. Please listen. $140. Come on, it's not that hard. $140 represents what percent of the original? 70%. It represents 70%. Right? So 70 out of what? 70 out of 100 equals what? What other part of the proportion is it going to be? No. Yay. Yes. Good. That's okay. 140 over X. Now, Carly, listen. 140 represents what? 70%. We're trying to figure out what the original what?
100%.
We're trying to figure out what the original 100% is. Thomas, are you with me? Clayton, did that make sense to you?
A little bit.
Okay.
I'm a little bit confused.
All right. So do you see this? You see it now, right? You see this 30%. Hold up, because I want to get Leighton involved. Make sure he's good. You see this 30%. Does that 30% match with the 140%? No. The 30% is the discount. The 140 is the price. You hear me on this? So if you get discounted 30%, that means you only have to pay what?
Oh, yeah, 70.
You have to pay 70%. So I make 70 out of 100.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the 140 goes with what? The 70%, and we're looking for the old price, which is 100%. All right, so when you cross multiply and divide, oh, you're right, you don't. It's just what? $200. Very nice. Very nice work. Very good thought. That's what I want everybody to be able to do. Right? That's what I want everybody to be able to do. Look at the numbers. Right? Sometimes you have to cross multiply. Do you see what he did? So look, this right here, just so you can see it, I put that in the way, which maybe confuse you. 70 times 2 is 140. Is that, Carly, is that good now? Right? Okay, now look what I'm saying, guys. I'm not asking you to understand every single problem. I'm asking you to pay attention to what the explanation is. And normally I say everything is simple. I'm not saying that. You have to put in the time to get the understanding. Percentages are hard for kids. All right, so let's look at the next one. So suppose Pam put $250 in a savings account that earned 4.5 simple interest. Kate put $200 in a savings account that paid 12%. Who has a look, guys, right here. Hold up. We can disregard 35. I don't like 35. All right.
We have 3 minutes.
Do we? All right, so let's do one more. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Yeah. Anything that deals with money, I like. All right. 36. Here we go. It says, a hamburger at Maria's restaurant cost 75 cents. I hit the wrong button. Or typo. Shh. A hamburger at Maria's restaurant cost 75 cents. Recently, Maria increased the price by 16%. How much does it cost now? What's the current price? Hey, I'm going to let you give it a shot. What do I have to do? There you go. So what do I have to do? 0.75 times. Yeah, how's it feel, man? Feels good. All right, multiply that out. That's excellent work. And so what's the new price for the hamburger? Is that right?
Yes.
0.87. 87 cents. All right, I got time for one more. Ava, go ahead, read 37.
Team won about 36% of the games we played. If we won 24 games, about how many games did we play?
So what are you thinking about this one?
24.
Shh. So look up. This is a hard one. Everybody look up. So we won what percent? 36 out of how many? You hear me? What does 36 correspond to?
24.
There you go. And we're looking for how many games did we play? The reason 100 is on the bottom is because 100 represents the whole. Do you agree? Good? All right, now cross multiply and divide.
Number is.
She's telling me. So about 67 games, right? About 67 games. Okay. Now, tonight, I want you to make sure that you do 38 and 39. And I want you, listen to me. I want you to do this. I want your parents to make sure you got them right. Does everybody hear me? I want you to go up to your dad and to your mom, or even your older sister, brother. I want someone to see that you got this correct. Is everybody hearing me on this? Double check 38 and 39.
I'm
All right, two questions.